Probably both.
But we are getting in the lobby here. We're not wasting any time. Downtime at a minimum here today, which is awesome. Chat certainly abhors too many breaks, but getting right in, it's going to be Lijiang Tower. WeUnited versus MVP Space, so we'll see if MVP Space has a little bit more luck than Selfless did just a moment ago as we start things out here on the control center.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they run, because we were a little surprised that they weren't running a Zarya on their Gibraltar side. So right now, MVP Space is queued up as the following heroes. Sylph is going to be on Lucio, Dejun is on the D.Va, MVP June is going to be on the McCree, Poro is on Genji, Pelka on the Zenyatta, and of note that's interesting is Kuki right now is on a Reinhardt. I can't imagine that's going to stand.
I mean, you wouldn't think so, and yet... I don't know. We've been screwed with by MVP Space a little bit before. It was like, oh yeah, we're actually not running this, but I don't know. I think it might be a thing. Take a look, though, at the offense coming out from United. It's going to be Zoms on the Zarya, Reels on the Lucio, Forsaken on D.Va, Slasher going to be on that Zenyatta, Shadowburn on Genji, and Too Easy going to be on McCree.
Kuki is out of spawn on this Reinhardt. I never see Reinhardt on this map.
Yeah, Reinhardt, pretty darn rare, just in King of the Hill period, so definitely a difference between regions here, if nothing else. Kuki leading the way. I'm not really sure they expect that, but he takes out Too Easy in the beginning with that charge. So the AoE damage from finish him off. Shadowburn, though, not deterred, moves to backline, already has 2 pickoffs, so pretty bloody here from both teams, but already a very decisive advantage here from United. They're going to chase MVP Space black, or back, not black. This is not MVP Black, this is not the Heroes team. But they're going to chase him back, and it's going to be a full reset, but United gets first control.
Yeah, pretty one-sided fight there. They are going to stick on this Reinhardt. It was not bad. I liked the position they got with it. There was a speed boost to get him around the corner and into good position, so clearly it's a strategy they have practiced.
Seeing the Reinhardt is an interesting period just because you don't see it all that often. Too Easy, though, is able to take out MVP Poro. Dragon Blade now coming up from Shadowburn. He gets the backline, and he is deep inside Hex, setting up for 2 kills to begin with. Gonna chase D.Va right back. Gets aided by Too Easy in the mix of that, and pretty decisive stuff coming out here from United.
They just look super comfortable on this stage especially. I mean, this is the stage that they absolutely rocked Selfless on a moment ago.
Fire at will.
Graton Surge comes out, 3 members getting hooked in. Shadowbird not wasting any time, gets that back, building up ult once more. MVP June, though, had enough of that, takes him right out. Too Easy returning kind, though, takes out the Reinhardt, so Ryan not really getting as much done as MVP Space would have liked, as Poro now gets him backline, has a Deadeye, but against all those sound buried people, just no outs for him right there. It was 1v5 and no real target, so Prince Sen's going to be coming in here from Slasher. Solidifying the defense of United even more. Letting Too Easy just poke, takes out Pelka and June, and MVP Space once more. Gonna need the back out as, Dejun in Zero Suit D.Va gets completely domed towards the end of that.
Shadowburn is going so deep right now. Feels safe enough, backs up into the defense matrix.
My ultimate is charging.
I mean, maybe Earthshatter can change my mind on this Reinhardt pick.
Earthshatter pretty darn good, but they lose June already early on this fight, and the problem is for MVP Space is that they're chaining deaths a lot, but Cookie's definitely looking for the Earthshatter. Knocks down 3, sets it up, gets the charge kill at the end. Here comes Kookie as Forsaken, leaves a smiley face at chat going, okay, that happened. So you're saying, will Earthshatter change your mind?
Not entirely.
A little bit towards. I don't think it was worth all they gave up to begin with, but MVP Space is on the board.
It's a great ult. I just don't know that it's worth running the Reinhardt for, because Reinhardt's done very little prior to that.
Well, Poro does have Dragon Blade at the ready, so does Shadowburn, so you'll be seeing a lot of Dragon Blades here in just a moment. Graton Surge comes out here from Zoms, and that is going to set up Shadowburn. He moves that backline. Wombo combo on the mine, takes out June, takes out Poro, winning the sword fight. Not winning the hammer fight, though. Eats the hammer to the face for Kuki. Still, though, MVP Space not in the greatest situation, and they are down people as they struggle on the point. And with Too Easy still alive, WeUnited's going to be able to push him right off, but
they can't get pushed
off. They need to get on the point. Kuki, though, does that ban the hammer? Is that even still legal? Is that a misclick?
People still bind that to a button?
Yeah, I mean, apparently it didn't bind both mouse buttons and left click. Too Easy messing up here, but overtime is in progress. Sound barrier comes out. The last gasp here from MVP Space, but Too Easy with great positioning, able to take out Zenyatta from the top, gets on the self, gets the triple kill. The McCree cleanup once again. That's going to be round number 1 here to WeUnited, but I don't know. MVP space did get 40%. It didn't feel that close, but I'm not completely buying the Reinhardt.
Yeah, it was interesting. I just don't know what he's doing when he doesn't have ults. I guess it's to maybe try to initiate so you don't get pushed back, but they got pushed so far back that to try to keep that door safe, he had his shield up, but they just cracked it immediately. So I think there might be better options for the tank there. We'll see. Apparently it's what Kuki likes to run. He's queued up on it again.
Now I'm kind of curious about Kuki's most played. If I were the creep on his player profile right now, it would be nothing but Reinhardt. Just all Reinhardt all the time, never not Rein.
Yeah.
Which really makes a lot of sense on anything that's not King of the Hill, but it is a little bit sketchy on.
Well, play what you're best at, I guess.
Both teams now heading out once more, and Shadowburn, I mean, 2easy's had his good moments of support from McCree, and I'd say normal McCree play, but Shadowburn has been just phenomenal here thus far. 2easy actually got knocked off the ledge, or fell off. It looks like he just walked off, given the 0-0 coming out, so. Commentator's curse coming out there as MVP space able to come in. They keep Shadowburn back, and they're going to take first control of this, and no small part due to the 2easy's clumsy footwork.
I mean, it can't be overstated how important that first cap on this point especially is, because now the initiation is going to have to come from one of 2 non-ideal sides. They peek out where they're coming from. We're going to rotate over to pack room entrance.
Alrighty, so the fight is engaged once more. WeUnited looking to take this back. Zoms with the big bomb takes out June, but Poro gets into the back line. 3 kills here for MVP space. A little bit bloody on both sides, with Dragon Blade certainly doing work for Poro, and that is going to be another hold coming out. Ult-wise, though, ult will, not in the next push necessarily, but the push after that should be where you'll see a turnabout coming out from WeUnited. Maybe they'll get just off pure mechanical play coming out here, but the Transcendence is definitely going to ruin their day to some extent, if Pelka does decide to use it.
Well, Kuki's going to have his Earth Shatter up momentarily. He needs to hit 1 hammer swing.
Dragon Blade now coming out from Shadowburn. He doesn't care, but he's going to run right into the Transcendence as mentioned. Ruins his day. June just snipes him right out. So Dragon Blade not the best there for Shadowburn. Transcendence a pretty darn good counter. Zoms ends up falling off the ledge. And VP Space doing a good job of holding their ground right now. As June looks for Lucio. Unfortunately, was reloading his gun after the flashbang. A little bit of misplay, but they're going to hold it on. Kuki finishes out with the Earth Shatter, and for now, MVP Space looking good. It's about to be 70% to 0 hacks.
It was an astoundingly clutch Transcendence from Pelka. And yes, it kept people alive who were already alive, but it saved Kuki's life. He had like about 10 health left and needed those heals.
Well, Diva ult coming up, goes into the air, explodes like fireworks. Pelka, though, gets left on by Forsaken, taken out immediately. Forsaken not done, still in the backfield, has Primal Rage at the ready. He's just W-House wetting people down right now. Oh, man, where are the Winston chat memes when you need them? Shadowburn gets a little bit of the final cleanup, and that going to be a quick retake here from WeUnited, and they are stocked on ultimates for the next fight here, Hex. I don't expect MVP Space to be taking this back until at least about 30-40%, if that.
What's great about Forsaken on his Winston kills there is that he did not start the map on Winston. It was a direct response to the fight in which Poro cleaned them up entirely. You're going to see Winston's generally just to deal with Genjis nowadays, can't deflect lightning, and he absolutely got a ton of work done there.
Here comes Shadowburn. He goes to that back line. No fear on this man, let me tell you. Using verticality to his advantage, not able to get too much off of this. In fact, will get taken down by that Mecha Suit of Diva. So Shadowburn falls early on. June getting a little bit follow-up on the Forsaken. Here comes the offensive Transcendence from MVP Space, and they are pushing WeUnited back once more. Slasher in trouble, getting hunted down. Poro slicing him up. Genji is your master now. This is going to be a retake here for MVP Space, and Hex, I don't know if WeUnited can bring this back in time at 86%.
No, they need to win the next fight, then hold on forever. There's going to be a Diva ult, High Noon up, and then, yeah, Kukri is close to another game-changing Earth Shatter if he hits a Fire Strike or so.
Well, Winston right now leaping right in. Last-ditch effort coming from WeUnited. They don't have time to go for good positioning. 2easy, though, gets a kill on the Sylph. Down goes June, and Shadowburn now making his case. Who needs Dragon Blade anyways? Graviton Surge setting them up. Forsaken knocking them down. And even as Diva gets 2 kills towards the end, it's going to be not enough. WeUnited's going to retake it, and I question the self by Poro there. Even if he gets a kill or 2, not really worth.
Yeah, Kukri also, Kuki also wasted his Earth Shatter somewhere in there, but the initiation from WeUnited was really cool. They went in over the top with Winston and Genji and brought everyone onto the point. The following 4 for WeUnited came over the bridge and got kills as the attention was drawn towards the point. So rather than trying to bully 6 over the bridge, they sent 2 with mobility over center, opened things up, and the rest of the team cleaned up.
All right, well, Deadeye coming out here from June. Soundbearer going to answer the call. Still takes out Zoms though, so June goes down to too easy. It's still down to McCree. It's not great. Offensive Soundbearer though comes out from MVP space. Doesn't really matter though. Shadowburn in the back on the 3K, looking for more. Soundbearer troubling him not a bit. And WeUnited now, they're on the verge of winning this Hex. 88% for them. And MVP space, they should be able to force overtime, but they're gonna be down Diva, and it's going to take a miracle for them to really get this in their favor. Shadowburn right now just looking again in the back line. He's going to do just that. Has Sylph and June in his sights. Takes out June, and that's going to be it.
Maybe. They need a kill. They need the next 2 kills. That might be it, though. It's 6v4 right now. Ults have been used. And Earth Shatter can maybe change the world.
Earth Shatter comes down. He gets the charge on the 2EC of all people. 2EC knocks away the Reinhardt charge, but being down McCree this early, I mean, maybe they'll bring it back, but just so unlikely. You do have Dragon Blade coming out for Shadowburn. This should be the finisher. Moves to the back line, going for June once more, and WeUnited going to come back in the clutch, and it really was in the clutch when you look at how down they were on that last push.
They were down their
so
last
they
fight.
take the round, but 2-0 not really telling the story of this match. MVP Space doing pretty good thus far.
Yeah, they were down to their last fight, absolutely had to come out. And again, I just really like how they chose to get on that point, kind of using the map terrain against them, as everyone wanted to get on the points. No one stayed to watch that bridge. And then essentially it was too easy shooting people in the back as McCree that really started winning that fight for him. Not a very honorable cowboy.
MVP Space, if they want to stay alive here in the upper bracket, they are going to need to pull the reverse sweep. They had a decent showing on the night market last time they were on it here, so I do think they have the potential to turn this back in their favor, but can't take WeUnited lightly. They need to get rid of too easy. They need to get rid of Shadowburn. We'll see just how they plan to do that as they leap right in to start this. Both teams leaping at each other. Forsaken leading the way. Down to 250 HP, though, not under too much pressure. June not paying him any mind. Poro gets Shadowburn in the back. They actually turned and focused on Shadowburn. That was a good move from there. Poro now on McCree, and we'll see how this works out, but 4 kills here for MVP Space, and Hex, they're going to get first capture.
Yeah, really nice there. I really like the inclusion of this Reaper into there because it kind of bullies Forsaken back. Him and Shadowburn went in really strong, and then as soon as Forsaken saw the Reaper, he jumped right out of there. Shadowburn was stuck in no man's land, got focused down, was the first kill of that fight. Really
I feel like we haven't focused on enough, but there is no Reinhardt here, so Kuki on the Diva, and I think this might be the change-up they need, going, okay, you know what, maybe we don't want to go Reinhardt in this situation. Poro on McCree, which we haven't seen a whole lot of. He's been on Genji most of the day, but his McCree is really good. Deadeye comes out from too easy, gets absolutely nothing. As Poro snipes out Slasher.
That's all their damage.
Down goes Shadowburn. 3 kills here from MVP Space. And once more, they should be able to hold on. Just too many dead for WeUnited to bring this back in their favor.
Yeah, and now they're on the chase. They're going to try to clean up late, stagger these deaths late. There goes Too Easy pretty late. There goes Reels pretty late. Shadowburn's got to be careful. Now you can, you know, poke well enough as a Genji, because you always have Reflect at the ready. Zoms is with him now, so they're both safe to get their poke on.
So, MVP Space sitting pretty on the point. By the way, look at Reaper. June in the corner. Will they check their corners as he's looking for the Death Blossom?
Do they ever?
Gets 1 kill off of it, does a lot of damage to the backline, sets up Poro for the kill on Too Easy. 2 kills here from MVP Space. The calm before the storm. June is the storm. And that's going to be another hold here for MVP Space. So, Reaper in the corner, striking pay dirt once more.
No one ever checks.
My ultimate is ready. Let's do
Maybe that's why Reaper's so angry. He feels invisible.
Life is ignoring him, and so are teams, X says. Soundbearer, though, coming out here from WeUnited. They're in a much stronger position here. They already opened up here with a pick. Too Easy, though. MVP June on him in the back. He barely survives. Slasher saving Too Easy's life. And WeUnited, gonna take this back, although it's weird. It wasn't really a full team wipe.
No.
That was just the MVP Space pulling out.
No, this is actually, I actually really like that MVP Space decided that they were going to pull out there, because all they have to do is win 1 fight, right? They know that.
Yep, so they pull out, they're coming right back in. Grabs on Surge is on the way, but no! It gets eaten by the Korean future vacuum of Diva. MVP Poro, though, able to take out Tom, so still not the worst. We get take out Forsaken, and Poro has been on fire on this McCree. I don't know why he hasn't been on it earlier in the day. Gets the triple kill. This is Poro's Korean McCree right now. It is great. And they are going to retake this point. And now 90%.
Their stage, rather.
You would think. I'm not sure. WeUnited might be able to trigger overtime. It's going to be real close. So I'm just going to have to be the sacrificial lamb here. Get on the point. Ignore everything else. Not able to do it. June takes him out. The shotgun to the face. They do trigger overtime, though. WeUnited getting to the point, but the Death Blossom doing all sorts of damage here. This is a little bit rough. MVP Space definitely in the driver's seat.
Shadowburn's going to need a 4K, but his shield, yeah, sword does not get the damage done. He gets cleaned up. Reels gets a boop, though.
Well, they're deep in the overtime, but MVP Space getting all the kills they need to here. And they're getting bloody WeUnited. This fight is not over. We're going to a round number 4.
Yeah, compositionally, it's just so much better from them overall. I mean, Poro on McCree, you saw exactly what he did. Getting off the Reinhardt, who was only valuable once every, 90 seconds or so. And then the Reaper, I think, did a ton of work because Forsaken was giving them all sorts of trouble. So not only are you on the Reaper to deal with, their main Genji threat, but you're off the Genji anyway. So... yeah, I think Poro needs to stick on this McCree and clutch on it. Kuki again off of the Reinhardt, I think is smart. I have nothing against Reinhardt. He's a staple hero, just not on King of the Hill.
Nothing's gonna stop it.
Alrighty, well. Both teams gonna be on it here again, once more in the Garden stage, and MVP Space, they looked pretty good last time we were on Garden. I mean, they were able to hold it together. They almost got it. It took really heroic efforts from WeUnited to bring it back, so now they're going to be running without the Reinhardt, which they used last time. They're going for the Diva. Poro still on the McCree. I don't think they're going to change this up too much in the way at all. But June able to take out Forsaken. Forsaken getting punished pretty heavily for that early dive. And now Poro looking for that all-important second pick. Shadowburn in trouble, but will turn it back in his favor. Lands headshot Shuriken, takes out both Pelka and Poro, moves to the back line, looking for Diva. And Shadowburn can complete the 3K, and he was on the verge of dying there. He actually, it was clutch play from Slasher. They heal him up and give him just enough time to turn the tables.
He's the only one who's done anything positive for WeUnited this round. I mean, now that everyone's going to come in, but they all got bullied back onto the bridge. It was just Shadowburn versus the world, and he won.
Well, Shadowburn, known for getting all sorts of plays on Genji, and a lot of times you look at Genji filling up the kill feed, it's a Dragon Blade. Shadowburn not needing the clutch on Dragon Blade, and sure he has good Dragon Blade plays, but we see him do it without. Will have Dragon Blade, though, in the next fight, goes right pretty deep inside, pulls out the Dragon Blade early. Too easy, already getting the pick on the Sylph, and this should be over for WeUnited. They got the picks they need to get. Poro should not be able to live against this onslaught. Zarya's shield just for good measure. And down goes Poro, and that's going to be another wipe here for WeUnited.
Alright, so it's a tough point to initiate. We've gone over that as well, but they're going to have Graviton here. They could Graviton into Death Blossom. The problem is they're going to have to do it into 2 support ultimates. Transcendence and Soundbearer are both up for WeUnited. They're kind of all over the place. Yeah.
Speed boost is out. June moving in. Death Blossom coming out, takes out Slasher with the aid of Poro early on, gets the double kill. Poro and June going in, the Bash Brothers of MVP Space. And Hex, they're going to retake this.
Yeah, absolutely cleaned up. It was strange because the Diva was on the really opposite side of the map, but I think they just wanted to bring her in from a different angle to watch Pack Room and then come flying over. That mobility cannot be underestimated on your tank heroes.
So Lijiang right now leading the way as Zarya charges up a little bit. Did have to use Graviton in the last fight, so pretty drained here is the side of MVP Space, but they do take out Forsaken immediately. And Soundbearer should be on the way here. That's going to be countering the Shadowburn Dragon Blade. And he gets taken out by June as a result, so good counter the Shadowburn here. They get him killed, and that's going to force WeUnited back once more.
That's not right.
Yeah, they're just trying to get some poke in now over the bridge, but both teams are doing that. They are going to have the huge ult advantage in the next fight. They have to just really worry about Poro. I mean, he's been cleaning them up. If you have to dive him just with Shadowburn and do that, Forsaken is going to be trying to get to the back line and deal with him as well, but it has been Poro putting this team on his back.
Oh, Graviton comes out from Zombs, but he gets taken out immediately by MVP June. Not the opening they were looking for. Down goes Too Easy. And I feel like they should have opened with Transcendence there. They just got a little bit too aggro. Slasher was in the back. And that's going to be Dejun just cleaning people up on Zarya. MVP Space, they have a real chance of taking this round away from WeUnited now.
So here's what they did to try to kill Poro. They Gravitoned him individually. Then Shadowburn came to the right to try to kill him while he was in Graviton. He flashbanged Shadowburn, stopped him. Then while he was retreating, got jumped on by Forsaken somehow. combat rolled away into the house, got saved by the rest of his team. They went all in trying to kill Poro, and he lived.
Огонь по готовности.
They're moving in. Graviton Surge comes out. That grabs 4 people of WeUnited. They have to transcend to deal with it. Poro doesn't care. The Deadeye takes out Lucio anyways because it's just kill or be killed as Poro picks off another, looking for the 3K on the Zenyatta in the back. MVP Space, they're buying all sorts of time here in Hex. This might be it. This could be the round.
I have no idea how this Cowboy has been so unkillable. Maybe it's the golden gun.
Well, Winston is going to keep in the overtime. Once more, it's going to be WeUnited going to the well, looking for the miraculous comeback. Not going to get it. Poro taking out both Zombs and Forsaken. Too Easy coming late to the fight. Is aided by Sound Barrier, but barring a real collapse, this should be MVP Spaces. As Too Easy, I mean, he's looking for it. Here comes the Deadeye.
Here comes the collapse. I mean, that's a couple kills really quickly. June does have his Death Blossom up.
Oh, Too Easy's going to get taken out. June does get the clamp, and June's Reaper has really been doing well. He's off of McCree onto Reaper. He's been a big backbone of MVP Space here. And yeah, they're a kill or two away from ending this, or it's overtime. It could just end any moment. There is diminishing returns to overtime.
God, that Wick goes so fast.
All right, well, MVP Space now bringing it back. We are going to a 5th and final round. They take out WeUnited here. It would be huge.
Yeah, I mean, just the fact they're hanging with him like this has really impressed me. It's been a tale of 2 compositions, right? The first 2 when they're running this Reinhardt and Poro's on different heroes, it was completely different looking team. Putting June on Reaper, as you mentioned, has been an excellent addition. Poro is most at home on his McCree. I mean, he has the golden guns. He's got enough wins for those golds on McCree. Kuki on the Diva has been super aggressive and awesome. It seems like a weird guy to put on a Reinhardt who has to stay back and passive, but he's been bullying people out with his mobility. Like, every change that they've made from the first 2 stages onto this composition has made them that much better. We're down to it. Final stage.
Yeah, and I think the changeup has really been the big deal here, is that they're no longer on the Reinhardt, as you mentioned. They've been on the Diva.
Yeah.
Poro's on McCree. Everything has been looking up here for MVP Space, and since the changeups, WeUnited has not had a great answer for it, as once more MVP Space leads the way. Look at Shelburne in the back line, and again, look at the support. Once Shelburne goes to the back, they call back for reinforcements. Both Zarya and McCree went back to deal with Shadowburn. And that's just really good comms coming out from MVP Space.
Yeah, it's actually the other side of it too, is because they've been deep diving the rest of the team with Diva, knowing that, like, hey, he might die, but we're willing to make that trade.
Well, Poro right now being the back line, that golden McCree gun shows his loyalty to the character he likes. Shelburne, though, moving in, does take out MVP June. And
they pull it back.
the last few seconds here, absolutely catastrophic for MVP Space. They just end up following Shelburne back to the fight in a huge way. And WeUnited again take first control of the point here in the control center.
Well, it looked good. It was a very similar strategy to what they ran in the last stage of deep diving with the Diva, then cleaning up anyone who chooses to dive onto them, and then just came down to individuals not retreating correctly. Towards the end there, Poro was just still in it. He should not have been. He got spammed down by Zarya. Here comes the initiation again.
Deadeye is on the way here from Poro. He's protected by his Diva. Gonna get dove on by the other Diva. Knocks her out of the mech. I don't know why that didn't get sucked up by the defensive matrix. Punches her right in the face. And here comes Shadowburn looking at Slice and Dice. Does get the double kill. Takes out the McCree. Looking for Zenyatta. Pelican just kicks her. He's like, get away from me. Not going to be enough. Shadowburn will secure this for WeUnited. And WeUnited now about 2.5 team fights away from taking this map, which will give them the victory here in this round.
Yeah, they're going to need a big combo here to really swing this in their favor. And despite the compositional changes, we saw this against Selfless too. WeUnited seems very comfortable on this stage of Lijiang.
Here comes June. He just rolls right in with the awesome. Most of it going to get sucked up by Diva. Does get Doms in the back. Sets up Poro for the kill on the Too Easy. And I don't know. I don't like this transcendence here towards the end. The fight is really devolved already. Unless you really think Shadowburn's going to get it all, I don't think it's worth. He does take out Poro, so I mean, let's not underrate Shadowburn. He is on the prowl once more. But he is vastly outnumbered here on the point. Going to just eat June's Hellfire Shotgun. And MVP Space should be able to take this now, X.
Yeah, they might try to stall it out now. Too Easy thinks better of that. He looked like he wanted to go in. Do back out. So yeah, they are able to flip it over. Next fight, I don't know. I feel like if WeUnited wins one more fight, that might be it, but it's going to be close.
It will be close. Dejun does have Grouton at the race, so does Zums. Grouton does come out, pulls in McCree and Azaria. Will the follow-up be the... Oh no, it's a D.Va bomb coming into the back!
Oh, he missed it. It was on the other side
No,
of
it
the
took
pillar.
out Zums.
Oh, okay. Well, good enough.
It got at least one. It didn't get what he was looking for, but we have seen Grouton and the D.Va ult a little bit more frequently. I guess a new combo to watch out for. Didn't really happen too much pre-patch because the delay was just a little bit too much.
Yeah,
all right, so
anything with Zarya is a great combo. I mean, for the most part, anything is great. Reinhardt primary with Zarya Graviton is a great combo.
I just want to say the real story here has been MVP Space shutting down Shadowburn for a lot of this. Their coordination just dealing with this has been huge. Here comes Shadowburn once more, though. Going to be met by the Transcendence. The Grouton comes in. But what a Transcendence here from Pelka, but it's not quite enough. People do die on the outskirts. Pro going to go down towards the end, so it was almost all there. Unfortunately, not everyone was in the Transcendence, and Dragon Blade, Grouton will be saying this. Now at 81%, there is an opportunity for MVP Space to get back into this, but they have to go pretty quickly.
There's going to be one more fight at least.
Yeah. June's moving in. He's looking for the Death Blossom. Gets right to the back line. Gonna be met by the Sound Bear, but still takes out Lucio and the Zarya. Not deterred. A massive, massive Death Blossom tears right through it, and they take it right back.
Kukis looks so much better playing aggressively on D.Va than he did playing passively on Reinhardt. Yeah, he had a couple nice Earth Shatters, but Earth Shatters are just that good of an ultimate that they're always going to look pretty decent if you just don't whiff them. Just his play on D.Va has been so aggressive, and he's somehow able to not die constantly doing it. He gets desuited, but he lives through it.
Look at this, D.Va now rushing in. Dejun has Grouton at the ready. He's going to wait a little bit for this Transcendence, but then he's going to be ready to go. D.Va ult explodes, does not kill it just yet. MVP's weathering the storm, but not enough. 3 kills coming out towards the end. Shadowburn going to backline, but this is it here for MVP Space. They cannot back off. They cannot surrender. If they lose this point, they will lose the game. It is at 99%. Shadowburn, though, getting the vital cleanup towards the end. And this might be it. Overtime is over. WeUnited will survive by the very skin of their teeth. I gotta say, MVP Space, we were sort of joking, said, well, they're going to be training over the week off, but
yeah,
they were. They looked way better.
Yeah.
They brought it to the wire against WeUnited, and I just wonder how it would have been if they went in with their ladder strategy from the beginning. They didn't try running the line.
Yeah, they gave up 2 maps in pretty poor form just based on, I think, strategy and who they had playing specific heroes. They looked so much different those last 3 stages. I mean, and I guess we have a pretty good measure of it. They look better than Selfless did on the exact same stage against this team no more than an hour ago. So that's where MVP Space is right now. So I mean, fun to watch.
And you wonder where that would put them. I feel like that would put them more towards... I say that. I feel like it puts them more towards like the bottom of the North American top teams. Like maybe if you were to compare MVP Space right now, it might be equivalent to say a top 8 team. Not quite one-shot level, but maybe like the tier below that. I don't know, but they've been improving at a rapid rate. And by the way, one team that's playing here today, Hex, that we didn't really look at, a brand new team that actually had a lot of drama involved in terms of how it was created. Empyrean OW is playing here today.
Okay, tell me about that.
So, well, it's a team with Bird, formerly of NG Red fame on it.
All right. Yeah, so if you haven't been reading the twits and tweets, Bird is no longer on NG Red.
There's a lot of drama behind it. You should go to Twitter. We're not going to air all the dirty laundry out there, but you should go to Twitter, is our response to that. And, but yeah, basically Bird no longer on NG Red. NG Red certainly suffering as a result, but now with Empyrean. And they're up against the CLG right now. And I wonder if they've started that match, because I would like to get in on that. Yeah,
we should definitely try to get on that. I want to take a look at who else is on this roster.
Looks like they have started that match, sadly.
Okay, well, Melty versus 20 Boink, or Street Hoops plus Oink Oink Here Comes the Boink, will probably be happening. Although R1 might be standing in their way of Melty. They've yet to complete that match. Yeah, EmpGG.
Oh, man, Hex. We missed the dream. We should probably stay here with WeUnited because they're going to be going up against OneSun. But if MVP Space is able to take that last round, it would have been China versus Korea here in the North American Weekly. It is still a North American Weekly. We just do open things up to a whole bunch of other competition. So I'm actually okay with staying here with WeUnited to check out OneSun. And OneSun was able to take out Brother, and Brother's had some good results from time to time. So can't say too much bad about that.
Oh, and Empyrean has Burrix and Blam on it, too. Okay. So a lot of just roster changes over the week coming to form that team.
Interesting. I don't know. I think actually I kind of want to go see Empyrean versus CLG. I think that's the bigger matchup. We might try and get into it in the middle of it.
Yeah, to answer a question in chat, MVP space does go to the lower bracket now.
Yeah.
That's mostly best of ones all the way through. So it's a bloodbath until the final of the lower bracket, which is a best of 3. So they do still have a chance to come out of there. There's also already selfless down in the lower bracket. Lower bracket's not going to be easy to get out of this week.
No, not at all. There are a whole lot of killers here and around. So right now, normally I wouldn't push this hard, but I want to get in against this CLG game versus Empyrean. I think it's actually... that is a sleeper. I did not realize quite who was on the Empyrean roster, but this should be good.
Well, we have another huge donation. While you work on that, I will quietly wait for my invite. We've already blasted away our goal for the day. We're at $1,320 thanks to another huge donation from Code 3. He put in another $100. He must be a trillionaire. He's throwing down golden guns like Reaper. It says, forever stuck with level 40 Hanzos on comp. I feel you, bro. I feel you.
All right, so I'm getting in game here. We're going to try and catch up as we go. It's certainly